The present lesson introduces information systems for managers as a subject and gives an overview of the information systems, their evolution and classification. We would also make an attempt to give an overview of business process design, since business processes are the core of any information system. The objective also includes providing an overview of the life cycle of information, from understanding the need in the organization to designing, implementing and managing the system. We all know that the world has become increasingly competitive, and it calls for reduction in cycle times, reduction in inventory and the development of new products to meet the ever-increasing demands of the customers. Information resource is critical to the development of more effective operational and management processes within an enterprise. Use of IT in an organization has moved from mere problem solving to enterprise-wide IT strategies enabling resource planning and customer management. Globalization has facilitated both speed and change management, which is transforming the business processes and the way business is conducted and managed. Marketing strategies, product development strategies, customer service, internal operations and logistics are all heavily dependent on information technology. A manager or an end user therefore needs to understand and appreciate 5 major areas of IT for business strategies, covering business information systems, IT application in business information systems, development methodologies, fundamental understanding of IT components such as hardware, software, network, database, network and telecommunication, and management of IT resources and IT-enabled strategies. In the words of Paul Strassman, it's not computers that make a difference, but what people do with it. An information system is an organized system which collects, transforms, and disseminates information in an organization. It is an integration of hardware, software, data, network, and communication, process, and people, which transforms data resources into a variety of information products to support decision making, coordination, and planning and control of business strategies. Information systems also help organizations analyze problems, visualize complex scenarios, and create new products. Today, the environment is undergoing significant changes, thereby placing tremendous pressure on organizations and their managers. Information systems have therefore become an integral part for all businesses. The use of IT in an organization has moved from an environment of just problem solving to enterprise-wide IT strategies, enabling resource planning and customer management. The basic reason for use of information technology in business is to support operations, managerial decision making, and strategic planning. The first computers were designed to compute formulas for scientific and military applications during and immediately after World War II. The first business application began in early 1950s, and the computers did repetitive, large volume transactions, computing tasks involving summarizing and organizing data in accounting, finance, and personal areas. In the 1960s, a new category of information systems arrived that accessed, organized, summarized, and displayed information for decision making in the functional areas. These systems are known as Management Information Systems, or MIS, and are geared towards support for middle-level managers. Support systems for operations began to emerge in the late 1960s and early 1970s, when network computing and electronic communication became prevalent. At around the same time, computers were introduced to manufacturing environments. Applications ranged from robotics to computer-aided design and manufacturing. By the early 1970s, the demand for all type of IT support system had begun to accelerate. A new concept of decision support system emerged, which focused on providing managers with ad hoc and interactive support for all decision-making processes. They were also used to forecast trends and provide interactive support for the decision-making process. This system could be tailored to the unique decision-making styles of managers as they confronted specific problems in the environment. The time to come witnessed development of executive information systems, or EIS, which were designed to provide the senior executives an easy way to critical information they want in the required formats, as and when they want. Breakthroughs occurred in the development and application of artificial intelligence techniques to business information systems in the form of expert systems and knowledge-based systems that provided expert advice in certain areas. By 1980s, information systems acquired a strategic role and IT became an integral part of business process, products and services that help an organization to gain competitive advantage. There was a need to improve the quality of information and hence ensure the accuracy of input data. This necessitated bringing the input as close to the point of origin as possible, which therefore resulted in IT enabling the business processes. Today, the rapid growth of internet, intranet and extranet has dramatically changed the capabilities of information systems in business, and a new concept of enterprise-wide systems has emerged which directly supports both operational and management activities in business. The basic framework of an information system consists of input that include data and instructions and involves capturing and assembling elements that enter the system to be processed. Processing that involves transformation processes that convert input into output. Output that involves transferring elements that have been produced by a transformation process to their destination and consists of reports, queries, computations, and information products. Feedback that is data about the performance of a system, and control that involves monitoring and evaluating feedback to determine whether a system is moving towards the achievement of the goal. The interplays of various components of information system is depicted through the figure here. We can see how each component is interconnected to the other. Like any other vital business assets, the resources of information systems, hardware, software, networks, and data need to be protected by built-in control to ensure their quality and security. The information system or IS controls are designed to monitor and maintain the quality and security of the input, processing, output, and storage activities of any IS. Input control ensures that proper data enters the system. Once the business data is entered correctly, processing control needs to take over to ensure proper procedure. The processing controls are developed to identify errors in arithmetic calculations and logical operations. Output controls are developed to ensure the information products are correct and complete and available to authorized users in a timely manner. Storage control are built in to protect the data resources. Facility controls are methods that protect an organization's computing and networking facilities and their contents from loss or destruction. Procedural controls specify how an organization's computer and network resources should be operated for maximum security. An information system should be periodically audited by internal auditing team in order to ensure the proper and adequate information systems control. Procedural control and other managerial controls have been developed and implemented. Auditing around the computer system verifies the accuracy and propriety of input of data and output produced without evaluating the software that processes the data. Auditing through the computer system involves verifying the accuracy and integrity of the software that processes the data as well as the input of the data and output produced by the computer systems. Another objective of auditing procedure is to test the integrity of the application's audit trail. In any type of organization, information system perform three vital roles, namely support of business operations, support of managerial decision making, and support of strategic competitive advantage. Information system can be classified in several ways. They could be classified by the specific organizational function they serve, by organizational levels they support, or by the support they provide. Information systems can therefore be classified into two major groups: operational support system and the management support systems. This classification highlights the major roles the information system plays in the operations and management of a business. The figure depicts this classification. Information systems directly support both operations and management activity in the business functions of accounting, finance, human resource management, marketing, and operations management. These are business information systems which support the functional areas of the business. The major functional information systems are accounting information systems, finance information systems, product scheduling systems, inventory control systems, marketing information systems, and human resource management information systems. In each functional area, the same routine and repetitive tasks that are essential to the operations of the organization are supported by the transaction processing systems, while the management information system supports the management activities. The two cornerstones of any organization are the people and the processes. If individuals are motivated and working hard, yet the business processes are cumbersome and non-essential activities remain, organizational performance will be poor. Business process re-engineering is the key to transforming how people work. What appear to be minor changes in processes can have dramatic effect on cash flow, service delivery, and customer satisfaction. The main proponents of re-engineering were Michael Hammer and James Champey. In a series of books on BPR, they argue that far too much time is wasted passing on tasks from one department to another. Davenport prescribes a 5-step approach to the BPR model. These steps are developing the business vision and process objectives, identifying the business processes to be redefined, understanding and measuring the existing processes, identifying IT levers, and designing and building a prototype of new process. In order to ensure that the information system designed and implemented is continuously updated and running as per the business requirement, system development and IT infrastructure need to be managed. An IS should be periodically audited by internal auditing team in order to ensure that proper and adequate information systems control, procedural control, and other managerial control have been developed and implemented. Auditing around the computer systems verifies the accuracy and propriety of input of data and output produced without evaluating the software that processes the data. Auditing through the computer systems involves verifying the accuracy and integrity of the software that processes the data, as well as the input of the data and output produced by the computer system. Now, the objective of auditing procedure is to test the integrity of an application's audit trail. This feature can be found on many online transactional procedure systems and network control programs. Such an audit trail helps an auditor to check for errors or frauds, and also helps the IS security specialist trails and evaluate the trail of hacker attacks on computer networks.